in mid 90s, mid 80s, late 80s, mid 90s, which were expert system, which were trying to actually replace a human expert. But the focus over there was a very narrow focus. We wanted that particular system to work only on medical diagnostics, only on scientific analysis, only on financial analysis. And that's why if we go back to our IBM thing that we were reading earlier, I want to go back and read something for you. So here they have said two kinds of AI, two types of artificial intelligence. One is weak AI and the strong AI. Again, these terms are very much a terse term. They are not technically present in the books that you read, but they are important to understand. When I called an AI weak AI, when it is very much focused on a very narrow application, only one kind of application that particular AI thing or AI system or AI device can solve, then it will be weak AI. So you can read it clearly. Weak AI, also called as narrow AI or artificial narrow intelligence, is an AI trained and focused to perform specific tasks. So expert system जो हमने देखा, that will be the narrow AI, because we will be developing system to only solve a particular problem, not a generic thing. Okay, so if I want to have a strong AI, that AI should be an AI that can solve multitudes of problems. Okay, so there are things like these that people uh, think of or people envision of. So all these things are envisioned. यहाँ पे जो भी लिखा है, those things are envisioned. They are not things which are actually right now there with us that work. Okay, we can only start with a weak AI, and we can make or try to reach a strong AI or try to create a strong AI by increasing the abilities that this particular AI has somehow. Okay, so that is what comes in between. So this is, see, Apple Siri, Amazon Alexa, IBM Watson, and autonomous vehicles. These are a very robust application of AI, and these applications of AI are narrow AI because they are restricted to do certain things. So Apple Siri is only restricted to work on Apple. They're or restricted to only work for providing the assistance to a certain number of people, certain kind of assistant to people, but not all. Even Amazon Alexa, their application area is very narrow, limited. Okay, so that is where it will be referred to as a narrow AI. So that's one thing. This is how today we look at AI. So we have deep learning, machine learning, artificial intelligence. I'm not going to define what is deep learning. Only I'll tell you that deep learning is nothing but a specific category of machine learning which uses the concept of or the model of neural networks, and this neural network is is a computational model which is inspired by the way human neurons work. And if you are a science student, 11th, 12th, you will understand what is neuron. Neuron is nothing but uh, the the nervous system that human being is composed of neuron. Nervous system यानी जो अपना brain और अपना जो सेंसरी ऑर्गन्स है उनको जो कनेक्ट करते हैं, that system is nervous system, and nervous system is composed of n number of neurons, and there's a very large number of neurons that human beings have. And the neural networks is a computational model that is inspired from the way these neurons, biological neurons, work. And here that word comes, जो biological systems को mimic करना बोल रहा है, deep learning में वही किया जा रहा है. And if you see today, many of the research papers, researchers doing, they are based on the deep learning aspect of the artificial intelligence. They're trying to solve AI problems based on deep learning, which is a biologically neuron-inspired computational model. Okay, that's enough to understand. So this is how the computational model is organized. We don't want that. So these are some of the applications of artificial intelligence. Okay, I guess we are running out of time. Very quickly, I'll show you that speech recognition, customer service, computer vision, recommendation engine, automated stock reading. Okay, these are a few of the applications of AI, and this is where you can understand how the AI got to the stage where it is today. Okay, very short description is there. Nice one. The book also has this description, but I would suggest go through this. It'll give you a perspective on where currently AI stands and where it was. And you'll find interesting here that you start with 1950s, 56, 67, 80s, okay, current, and then 97. After 97, you'll directly jump on to 2011. What happened in between is missing. So try to identify and understand why this 10 years or 15 years gap is there. What happened in between? Where things went, where things went wrong, or what? Okay, that's a question with which I'll leave you. Tomorrow we will be actually seeing the formal definition of AI. Okay, there are many formal definitions of AI. We'll study 4 of those definitions, and we'll try to understand how initially people thought to define AI as.